It is just the ultimate eye roll at this point. Hey guys, my name is Sadie and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you're watching this video. If you happen to get a look at my nails, please ignore them. They're not doing the best right now. I have been really enjoying watching anti-hauls lately, specifically from these two creators, Abby Williamson and Hannah from Smokey Glow, but I know there are so many other different people who like to do these types of videos as well. If you aren't familiar with anti-hauls, these are a series of videos where people talk about things that they are not going to buy, kind of to go against this consumerism mindset that all of us just kind of live in on a daily basis, me included. But as much as I like buying new things, I love saving my money as well. So today I'm going to be talking about makeup and a couple skincare products that I will not be buying and the reasons why I won't be spending my money on them, to convince myself and maybe some of you that I do not need these products, I do not need to buy them, they are not worth my money. And again, these are all my opinions. Obviously, I haven't tried these products, so I really don't know how they're going to work. I'm going off of first impressions just by pictures and posts on Instagram or from scrolling through Sephora or Ulta's new product pages. So without further ado, here is my very first anti-haul. Alright, this first thing I want to talk about kind of inspired and got me rared up to do this entire video. I woke up this morning, went on Trend Mood's Instagram page, and if you don't know what Trend Mood is, it is an Instagram page, a person who, I don't know the person's name who runs the page, but they post a lot of pictures about upcoming makeup releases, skincare releases. I woke up this morning, went on Instagram, went on Trend Mood's page, and this morning I saw this nonsense. This is another unnecessary installment in Urban Decay's Naked line, and this is the Naked Wild West. First of all, saying the name Naked Wild West out loud just sounds hilarious because I just imagine a bunch of naked cowboys running around. Anyways, Urban Decay, when are you just going to let go of the Naked line? Just be done with it. If you don't know, Urban Decay has released so many naked palettes at this point, and really this was the first claim to fame of this brand. The first naked palette, I mean, who didn't talk about or love or own the first naked palette? I would say even the Naked 1 through 3, those were all really talked about and pretty widely loved palettes, but that was years and years and years ago, and still to this day, Urban Decay has not been able to let go of the whole naked thing. Looking at this palette specifically, nobody needs this. I feel like this has been a trend, and this is something that Hannah from Smokey Glow has mentioned a bunch of times too, but there is this trend of adding a pop of blue or a pop of green in a palette that is all boring neutrals just to make it look somewhat interesting, but at the end of the day, the palette as a whole, nothing is interesting here, nothing is new, nothing is innovative. Not only are they harping on this really outdated, really overdone naked line, but what are they adding here? I'm not interested, I'm not into it. And to be honest, when I tried Urban Decay's naked palettes, I was not very much impressed at all by the formula of these eyeshadows. You can find really better quality shadows at an even lower price point than these naked palettes. And I know I'm not alone in feeling this. Even the comments on this post on Trend Mood, everyone is so over the whole naked thing, and Urban Decay just really needs to let it go, needs to move on, because at this point it's really getting old. It's past the point of getting old. It is just the ultimate eye roll at this point. It retails for $49 for this very boring, nothing new, nothing exciting palette. So I'm finding myself wanting to say what Abby Williamson always says in her videos, which is, don't need it, not gonna buy it. That's her thing, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm also not gonna buy this palette. Moving on. Alright, I have a couple eyeshadow palettes I want to talk about, and the next one is the Transition palette by Dominique Cosmetics. This retails for $48 for 15 shades. I haven't tried any of Dominique Cosmetics palettes before, but I have heard fairly good things about it. This Transition palette, while I like the idea of it, of having a basic staple matte eyeshadow palette that can really be a supplement to any other palette in your collection, it can be a go-to palette if you are a neutral eyeshadows kind of person, I personally just don't need it. I have these shades so many times over in my collection already. I also am a fan of the Colourpop all matte eyeshadow palettes, and that's really what this palette reminds me of as well. If you are someone who is completely brand new to makeup and you are looking for a staple palette, while I haven't tried this, I feel like this would be a good one to try. I do appreciate the concept. I don't think it's necessarily boring either, and I like the idea of it and that everyone can really get use out of it somehow, but personally, I just don't need it. So yeah, skipping that one. Alright, talk about overpriced nonsense. This is the Nars Uninhibited Eyeshadow Palette, 9 shades for $49. Looking at this, immediately what came to mind is the Huda Beauty, the mini eyeshadow 9-pan palettes that her line carries. And yeah, if I was looking for a mini palette just like that, I would so much rather buy one of the Huda Beauty ones. I have multiple in my collection. I love the formula, and they are $20 cheaper than this Nars one. And to be honest about the brand Nars in general, I have just been very underwhelmed by the products that I have tried from them, whether it be eyeshadow or foundation or blushes. I have just really not been too excited or impressed by anything I've tried for them, and really $49 for 9 shades is ridiculous, especially knowing the eyeshadow formula they have had in their other palettes. So not really impressive. Some of the shimmers have performed really shockingly horribly. The color story is just not anything interesting to me, nothing new, nothing draws my eyes. Everything just kind of looks washed out. Maybe if this were priced lower than $49, it could be more appealing, but definitely at this price point, this color story, so not interested, definitely skipping this one. Alright, and another Nars product I want to talk about. This one is not completely new. I believe this has been out for a bit. I know it has been because I've seen it in stores, but this is the Nars Air Matte Cream Blush. It retails for $30, and in my opinion, I am just not interested in trying a cream blush that is that expensive. Yes, I know they have products in their line. Their powder blushes are still more expensive than this, but looking at this packaging, looking at the product itself, it really reminds me of the e.l.f. putty blushes. I don't know how much those retail for, but I know they retail for a lot less than $30, and I am assuming you can get the same kind of finish and look from that product. Nars blushes have been hyped and talked about for so long, but even their powder blushes I have not been into or impressed by whatsoever, and I feel like this is them just trying to jump on the train of kind of what's trending right now, because I feel like cream blush is really having a moment right now, and it is starting to get more popular than it has been before, and lots of brands are coming out with their versions of cream blushes, but I'm just not interested in trying this one by Nars. Too expensive, it doesn't draw my eye. I would much rather try the e.l.f. version. Alright, moving on to the next product I am not going to be buying. I don't know how new this product is. I found this product on Ulta's new section, but to be honest, sometimes they list things in that section that are not at all new. But I still wanted to mention this one. This is the Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Puddin' eyeshadow palette. And honestly, the first thing that I think when I look at this is this looks exactly like a Colourpop palette, and probably one that they've done like 50 times over, because that's usually what Colourpop likes to do with their palettes and their eyeshadow color schemes. But this retails for $38. Yeah, I don't know why I would pay $38 for essentially what is a Colourpop palette. Now, I've never tried the Beauty Bakery eyeshadow formula. I don't know, I'm not familiar actually with any other eyeshadow palettes that the line has come out with before this one. I am a fan of their flower setting powder. That's really the only product from Beauty Bakery that I have tried and love. $38 for this 9-pan palette. I don't understand that price tag. I don't know why they had to futz with the alignment of the shadows within the palette, so they're all like, ooh, not in a straight row. They're a little crooked. I don't know. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't know what that adds to me. It just makes it look weird when you look at it. Again, the color story, you could so easily find something like this. And honestly, it's hard to not mention Colourpop when it comes to eyeshadows because they just have a really accessible line. Their eyeshadow palettes are very affordable, and they honestly, I have never been disappointed with the formulation of Colourpop shadows that I have tried. The price point just really can't be beat. They come out with so many varieties of eyeshadow palettes. This is not like a Colourpop plug right now. I'm just saying, looking at this Beauty Bakery palette, the first thing I think of is Colourpop, and $38 for this, nothing innovative. I don't know about the formula, but really, how great can it be? I'm not drawn to it, and I really can't understand the $38 price tag that comes on this palette, unless it's like really huge or something and the pans are really giant. I don't really know. I'm not into it. Definitely skipping this one. No thank you. Moving on. Alright, there's one more eyeshadow palette that I do want to mention. This is from Dragon Beauty, which is Nikita Dragun's makeup line. And this comes from her birthday collection. This 5-pan eyeshadow palette. This retails for $30. I'll get into a little bit why I really don't want to buy this, but just looking at the product itself, even as someone who loves the color pink and who loves pink toned eyeshadows, I am really in no way drawn to this palette. I feel like if you were using this palette, you would still need to supplement it with something else to have those transition shades to blend these kind of bolder colors all together. I don't know why the pans are egg-shaped. I don't know if that's a part of Nikita's brand or something. I'm not really sure. And really, the main reason why I'm not buying this is I don't really plan on ever buying from Dragon Beauty or supporting Nikita Dragun. Having influencer brands, I feel like, can be a double-edged sword. As an influencer, you just have so much access and that kind of parasocial relationship with your followers and with your audience that you kind of have that built-in audience when it comes to releasing a new product or releasing a line of something, which can be good, but also at the same time, as a brand on its own, Dragon Beauty, it is so intertwined, it is so connected to Nikita Dragun herself, and I know she's not the only one, but I know she is one of those LA influencers who is out there partying, not caring about social distancing, ignoring whatever is going on in the world right now, especially in LA, is just running rampant. She doesn't care about this virus. She is just going to keep living her life however she wants to live, throwing massive parties, nobody wearing masks, no social distancing. I am just not interested whatsoever in supporting her or supporting her brand. Yeah, you have that control as a consumer. While in this capitalist society, it can feel like we don't have a lot of control over anything that happens. At the end of the day, you have control over your own dollars and where you decide to spend those dollars. And I am not ever planning on spending my money supporting Nikita Dragun or Dragon Beauty. Sorry, but not sorry. Get your life together. And a side tangent for those who may be D'Angelo Wallace fans, he just came out with his Influencer 19 video, kind of talking about celebrity and influencer culture surrounding the virus, and I really loved it. I think you should check it out. It was a great video. Moving on. Alright, 2 foundations I want to talk about. This first one is a Gucci foundation. This retails for $68, and I don't know about you, but I am not interested in buying any makeup that any of these luxury high-end brands come out with. I feel like they just capitalize on the name recognition that they have and decide to release makeup products just because people will buy it because it's Gucci. $68 for a foundation is ridiculous. I can't even think of another foundation that is that expensive. And this is one of those products that it really doesn't matter what the product is. It doesn't matter what's going on inside that bottle. At that price tag, I'm not going to buy it. I am kind of over these luxury brands coming out with makeup products just to make money from their consumers. Yeah, not much to say about that one, but $68 for a foundation, definitely skipping that one. Not for me. Not gonna buy it. Goodbye. And this other foundation I want to mention, this is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. Alright, first of all, I know this is really petty and shouldn't really matter, but I don't know what's going on about the packaging about this product. I am not into it whatsoever. I can't really name what it looks like. It's funny that the name has clinical in it because it looks like a clinical or like a medicine product, or maybe like a weird nail polish bottle. I don't know. I'm not into this packaging. I don't really know what's going on there. This retails for $42 for the standard 1 fluid ounce of foundation, which is not the most expensive foundation, but is seemingly really expensive for Clinique. From what I can remember about their line overall, they tend to be more in the lower to mid-range prices when it comes to things in Sephora, and $42 seems pretty up there. First of all, I don't really like foundations that have SPF in them. They tend to react with my skin not very well. My skin doesn't really like foundations with SPF in them, so I tend to avoid them. And also, the main claim of this product is that there are skincare ingredients in it, including vitamin C, salicylic acid, hyaluronic acid, and UP302. I've never heard of that, but supposedly it's supposed to help with dark spots. I am not someone who is trying to mix foundation and skincare together. I like to handle my skincare completely separately from my makeup. I feel like they have contrasting goals on what you're trying to do. I feel like skincare is there to make your skin better, and to be honest, as much as I wear makeup, makeup is not really doing great things for your skin. Truly, I don't think you're going to see the benefits from these ingredients by using it in this foundation. You will see the benefits from using actual formulated skincare products, not foundations that have these random ingredients thrown in there to try and market this to you as something that's going to improve your skin by wearing it. No foundation is going to make your skin better by wearing it, no matter how much Clinique likes to claim it. It's not for me, not buying it, goodbye. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to nail that phrase of, you know, my anti-haul phrase, what I have to say to a product as I'm anti-hauling it. Moving on, speaking of capitalizing on the skincare boom that is happening right now, Hourglass recently released kind of a separate line of skincare products. This line is called Equilibrium, and like the Gucci foundation, I just have to look at the price tag once and I know that I'm not going to buy it. Also, again, this is petty packaging thing, but someone actually mentioned this in the Trend Mood comments, but they said that the packaging looks like some sort of MLM product, and I totally agree. Looking at this product, like, what is going on with that logo? I have no idea. What is that? The prices for these products are astronomical. The cleanser they have retails for $52. Their hydrating balm, an eye balm, I think, I don't know if that's supposed to be like an eye cream, retails for $95. Their Day Fluid SPF 30 is $105, and they have a night serum which retails for $240. The gall of Hourglass to come out with their first skincare products and price it at this high of a price point without even proving what their products have. And I know Hourglass as a makeup line, their prices are already pretty up there to begin with, so it's not too surprising to see their skincare line priced this high, but don't buy it. You can find effective, high quality, nice skincare at like the 10th of a price of some of these products. Do not waste your money on this. I mean, I feel like normal people won't be doing that anyways. This is really just marketing to rich people because those are the only people who are going to buy this at the end of the day. And you know, if rich people want to waste their money in that way, then so be it. On most of these things, I'm like, you know, it's up to your discretion. Buy it if you want to buy it. These are just my opinions, but I don't think you should buy this. I think you should stay very far away from it. And when brands do things like this, it just makes me like side-eye the brand overall. So, alright, we're on to the last two products. Both of these I found scrolling on Ulta. This first one is the Physicians Formula All-Star Palette. This is a palette of 6 different face products retailing for $15. $15 for 6 products is not a bad price, but I am just not someone who is drawn to face palettes, especially when it's a palette that's mixing different types of face products. This includes some bronzers and some highlighters and some finishing powders all together in one palette, and I just don't imagine myself ever wanting to reach for something like that. I know Physicians Formula has some really popular face products, especially their butter bronzer. I have that and I use it on occasion and I really like it, but I To be honest, they call this the All Stars palette, but I am not really familiar or drawn to any other product that is in this palette, especially those two products that are on the very right. Those like multicolored face products that are, I don't know if they're meant to be finishing powders or blushes or bronzers. These products specifically, I just don't understand the point of those products that have different colored pigments all mixed together in one pan. There is a highlighter in there which looks interesting, maybe the rose one, but that one in the top in the middle, I have that phobia, trypophobia, if I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but of like a bunch of tiny small dots and holes all together. Like, it just gives me like the heebie-jeebies to look at. And looking at this Physicians Formula face palette, that is the immediate feeling I get, is just, I start to feel itchy and uncomfortable with that pan specifically. And yeah, if you want to try Physicians Formula products, I think you're just better off buying the individual products on their own and not getting this bulky packaging mixed together thing with that weird dotted trypophobia shade in there. I'm not interested, I don't need it, goodbye. And finally, this last product I want to mention, this is the Nyx Marshmallow Blender. It is a marshmallow shaped blending sponge. And as adorable as that sounds, I feel like this would just be such an uncomfortable, awkward thing to use. This just does not seem like a conveniently shaped sponge. I don't really understand the benefits of a sponge being shaped in this way. I understand, you know, the beauty blender egg-shaped type things, or I actually like blenders that have a flat side to it, like the Real Techniques or the e.l.f. This, I don't really get it. I feel like it would be awkward to hold. It seems like using it would be difficult. Like, I just don't understand why you need a sponge shaped this way. And I know that NYX also has that very popular Marshmallow Primer. I actually, when I saw it in Ulta, it was like on this kiosk that was labeled popular on TikTok. I don't need to see that. Like, I'm just gonna buy the makeup products I want. I am not interested on whatever is popular on TikTok. But yeah, I'm not a primer person, so I don't plan on trying this product, and I don't plan on buying this marshmallow sponge. It just makes me want to eat marshmallows, and I can't eat this sponge, so I'm not gonna buy it. Alright, and that completes today's anti-haul. As the first anti-haul that I filmed, I actually had a lot of fun filming this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. I would love to know some of the products that you might be anti-hauling, so let me know about them in the comments. As much as I love talking about my favorites on this channel, I also still think it's really important to not give in to every hype, to try to be a more sensible consumer. I know I like to treat myself, but at the same time, I love to save my money and see that bank account grow. So hopefully this helps some of you. If you are looking to buy new makeup, I would stay away from these products if I were you. But again, I am not you. These are my opinions, but I'm not buying any of these. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like or a comment down below if you feel so inclined. Subscribe to stick around. I would so appreciate if you did. And until the next video, I will see you all then. Bye!